If you want to see big changes in New York with Mamdani, you will. You're going to see long lines, shortages, and unemployment skyrocket. And why is that? Well, he's talking about providing free services, free buses, free transportation. Sounds good, doesn't it? He's talking about freezing rents in New York. Sounds fantastic, now doesn't it? And he's even talking about a huge tax hike to pay for all this stuff. Sounds easy, simple enough. The problem is, if you look at other places that have tried to do the same, such as California, Venezuela, maybe even North Korea, it doesn't work. So why don't these young guys, these guys running for political office, look at historical lessons? Well, I think because their priorities are all mixed up. They have ideologies and ideas in their mind, but more important to them is this: they want to get the job. See, they don't care so much about their voters or the constituents. They care about getting the job for themselves. I've worked with many young politicians of high level, people that have gotten into office at age 18, similar to becoming a senator. Imagine that at age 18. Now, what do you know at age 18? Nothing. And Mamdani at age 34, being mayor of the largest city in the United States, or the second largest city in the United States, he's not qualified at this point. He doesn't have an experience. He has no track record. But let's dive into why do I say that? Well, the problem is this: he plans to tax the rich an extra $4 billion. So he thinks he's going to get $4 billion out of the rich. You know what the rich are going to do? They're going to find loopholes to get around those taxes so they don't pay them. Look at George Soros. He was a master at doing this kind of thing. Or if they can't get around the taxes, then what they will do, they'll just leave New York. And that will make the net tax receipts go down, meaning New York will be in a worse position tax-wise than it is today. The second thing is he says, well, I'm going to raise another $5 billion by taxing, increasing the taxes of corporations. Again, what will happen? The corporations will leave New York, at least the corporations that can, which will be many. And guess what will happen to the employment market? Well, the jobs will leave and they'll go to other states that have more favorable business environments that provide tax breaks and incentives for companies to prosper and to grow. So, two things will happen in New York. The rich will leave, tax receipts will decrease, and jobs will disappear. That will be the end result of Mamdani's policies. There is no policy. Killing the labor market. If we look at California, we have a mass exodus of people who've left. I'm in California, and I can tell you the labor market here is not at all what you would call robust. It's very soft, and that will happen in New York with the Mamdani. Probably even the stock exchanges may pull out of New York with a guy like that, because he'll probably try to go after them and see what kind of money he can get out of them. See, socialist policies never work. As Ronald Reagan once said, the 9 scariest words are, I'm here from the government and I'm here to help.
9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
And that's absolutely true. Government agencies exist for their own need to exist. Meaning, once you have an agency formed, it ain't going away. It's another thing with Newsom. You see the same thing. They make laws, say, oh, this is just temporary, like Prop 50. But in the end of the day, once that proposition becomes law or it's instituted, they're never backing off. They're not going to give up power, because what it is, it's always a power grab. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And unfortunately, they're very good at tricking the constituents. So people that don't really see the big picture and they think, oh, I'm going to get this free stuff and this other free stuff and all that. Yeah, but just think about when you bend over to get the free stuff, you know what's going to happen to you. So you got to be careful about what politicians are promising, what they can actually deliver. And many of them are not that clever. Or if they're not clever, they realize perfectly well what the end result would be, but they don't care because they just want the job. As I mentioned earlier, he's only 34 years of age. And he's not even clear on his positions, meaning when they ask him about something, he tries to wiggle his way out and tries to stay uncommitted to any particular cause or position about anything. He does that because he's smart, because he doesn't want to lose votes. So he's trying to be clever. But you don't know what the guy even stands for. So you would vote for somebody like that? You would elect somebody like that to lead you? You want quality leaders, people who tell the truth and are honest. And I know that's one of the things he's campaigning on, that he's the only one of the candidates that has integrity and honesty. I can guarantee you that's a bunch of bull. He just hasn't been around long enough to get caught. And just wait. If he does win, all the crap that will come out about him, all the promises he made and all the things that he said, well, same story all over again. And if you like the video, smash that like button and share it with a friend so that other people can be enlightened how these policies will hurt them. Mamdani's policies will hurt the poor, will hurt the middle class, and the only people that won't really care too much are the rich, because they'll just leave, and the corporations, they'll leave because people won't be able to get jobs in New York. The cost of everything will go up. There'll be shortages, and yeah, okay, he's going to make a state supermarket. There will be long lines and shortages of product. Just watch, just trust me. I lived in Venezuela. I've traveled the world. I've been to more than 90 countries, and I can tell you, communism just doesn't work. Central planning does not work. it's a great idea, but it doesn't work. And people like Mamdani, they're not stupid. And the people that back him, not stupid. There are billionaires that are financially backing his campaign. And I beg to ask, why are they backing his campaign? What's in it for them? Have you thought about that? So you should think about that. And anyway, for more value like this, follow me. Smash that like button if you liked the video. And I'd like to hear your comments about what you think about Mamdani in the comment box below.